Hey, good Monday morning, everyone. It's Eric here with a quick weather update for you. Make sure you're following Jess Briganti this morning. She's already done a Facebook Live, and we'll keep you up to date on what's going on from the studio. I'm just going to do a quick weather blog this morning to kind of describe what to expect today. It's going to be a potentially unsettled day with a couple of rounds of wet weather. So let's get right to it. Round number one pushing in as we speak. Now, this is mostly light rain. It does not look as impressive as it did earlier. There's not as much thunder and lightning as there was with this over northern and northwestern Ohio, but still, we're going to get a little bit wet here as we go through the mid-morning here in the 9 and 10 o'clock hours as some light rain pushes into much of our viewing area. This is round number one. Round number two comes later today. The big question for us is, what impact will this morning's round have on the potential for heavier storms again later on today? We had a situation kind of like this on Friday where we had a round of storms in the morning, and that kind of stabilized things for much of the day, leading to a much lower severe weather threat later in the afternoon. Today's not an identical situation, but it is somewhat similar. What we have going on today is an increase in moisture, that is for sure. I've got the dew points plotted up here. Those are the numbers, and you can see those higher dew points are pushing in. We've had dew points in the very comfortable range over the last couple of days, just in time for the weekend. But dew points in the 60s are pushing in and acting like a warm front, even though the air is not technically that much warmer. On the other side of this front, it is a lot more humid. So that's the reason for this initial round of rain this morning. It's basically a warm front with much higher dew points pushing in along that front. You can see there's more wet weather moving through Chicago this morning. And for us, as we get into the afternoon today, the question will be, what sort of instability develops ahead of this next round, and will clouds keep things pretty stable and reduce the severe weather threat? I think that's a distinct possibility. I still think it's going to rain in a lot of spots later on today, but whether or not we have severe thunderstorms, I'm a little skeptical of, considering we're starting the day with some rain and some clouds. And so we'll see how the day plays out, but I do want to talk about what my thoughts are as of 9:05 this morning. Here's our first round on our modeling here. Then we get a break as we go towards lunchtime. This is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this afternoon. The driest part of the day will be early afternoon. So we head towards late afternoon, though. Here's 3, 4 o'clock. Here's that next round pushing in. Here's 5 o'clock. Now, will this just be rain and some rumbles, or will this contain some strong winds and frequent lightning and that sort of thing? My confidence is not super high on a severe weather threat with this, but I certainly don't want to downplay it completely just yet. We'll have much better ideas to the environment in the atmosphere ahead of this rain and these potential storms as we go towards the afternoon. But as of 9:07 this morning, I think we're going to get wet at least late afternoon, early evening. This is 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So for the Trumbull County Fair, anything you have going on outdoors today, late afternoon, early evening, unfortunately, I think it's at least going to rain. In worst case scenario, we have some heavy storms. That next round pushes through, and then it looks kind of unsettled again as we go through the night tonight. And actually, there's a modest concern here for some training of showers and thunderstorms tonight that could lead to some localized flooding issues. This is probably even after that second round moves through late afternoon. This is more towards the overnight hours that we could have a few additional rounds of showers and storms that might try to move over the same areas and could lead to some flooding issues locally. So all these things we'll have a better handle on as we go into the afternoon and we get a better feel as to what the atmosphere is up to. It's going to be a pretty unsettled week. Now, there's no washouts coming this week. For the Trumbull County Fair, it has a reputation for raining all the time. There's at least the threat for some rain almost every day, but I don't see a rainy day, a washout kind of a day coming. This is tomorrow. A lot of the modeling trying to keep a lot of activity to the south tomorrow. Not sure about that just yet. There's at least a chance of a shower and thunderstorm. Same idea Wednesday. There's going to be another warm front pushing through. Could there be some pop-up showers and storms, even some locally heavy rain? Yes, but it's not going to rain all day Wednesday. Thursday could be another unsettled day with our next front, and this is the front that actually should reduce the humidity again just in time for the weekend again. We're going to time this up pretty well. This is Friday with drier air pushing in, pop-up shower a possibility, but I like the trends as we head towards the weekend with the higher moisture content air, the more juicy air, the soupier air, the more humid air being pushed to the south as we go into the weekend. Quick look at the longer range. I'll touch on this more this evening. Looks not super crazy hot for July for the next week. Looks like some of our warmest weather for a while may be coming our way next week, towards the middle of the week. Nothing unusual for July, but We might go above average for a handful of days during the middle of next week. So again, more updates on that on Weather for Weather Geeks this evening, and I'll have more updates on social media and of course on the TV side later on today. Check out Jess's forecast coming up in 3 hours on the hour-long midday show.